All right, so today we're going to be talking about multiplying and dividing fractions. They're very closely related, so I think once you get one, you're going to get the other. And again, most of this is review and reminders, so this should not be too terribly difficult for you. So here we have the table of contents you just updated. So let's look on the front of it. So multiplying fractions. The steps are make any mixed numbers into improper fractions, multiply across, and simplify. Okay, you have to make them improper when you're multiplying and dividing. Adding and subtracting, you do not. But multiplying, you have to make them improper. Okay, so now if they're regular fractions like these two are, obviously we don't have to make anything improper. So in this case, we're just going to multiply straight across. And this example is in your notes, but I'm just going to work it really quickly. So 3 times 1 is, 4 times 9 is, and then we just simplify it. So you can simplify it whatever way you want to. I like to make the cake if I can't see it automatically. So remember 3 up. I was listening to y'all's answers. Hang on. Let me fix that. How about 3 and 36? Okay, so 3 goes into both of them. 1 and 12, no more common factors, so the reduced fraction is 1/12, like we talked about before. Okay, those are the steps. Okay, now let's do these couple together. I think I have these on the front for you, right? Yeah, so the first one is just 2 fractions. Let's do it real quickly together. So we have 3/4 times 5/10. Remember, just multiply straight across. That's all there is to multiplying, except for a shortcut, which I'm going to show you, which those of you who are paying attention are going to love the shortcuts because it will mean that you don't have to ever reduce. That is beautiful. So 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 10 is 40. We have to reduce it. So I'm going to make the cake for 15 and 40. Again, you don't have to do it this way. It's just the way I do it. So 5 goes into both of them. 5 goes into 15 3 times. How many times is it going to 40? 8 times. So our reduced fraction is 3/8. And we're done. Okay, so the next one, you should be writing this with me, by the way. If you're not, please make sure you're writing, okay? So the next one, we do have to make these improper. So let's do the first one. Remember, we multiply here, add there. That gives us our top number. So our top number is 4/3 times, and how about 3 as a fraction? What is that?
It's
3/1. 3/1 because 1 divides into 3 times, right? So it's 3/1. Okay, so we're going to multiply. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. Divide 3 into 12 and we get 4. Remember, we had to do it that way because it's improper and we can't leave it that way. All right, you with me so far?
Yes.
All right, now let me show you the shortcut because I love the shortcut so very much. And some people seem to think that it's going to be harder, but it actually makes life so much easier. So the shortcut is called cancellation. Has anybody ever seen this before, canceling before you? Oh, good, a couple of you have. Okay, so you can testify that this makes things easier. So I'm going to show you on an easy one, and I'm going to show you on a harder one why it's so helpful. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to find common factors or the greatest common factor before we ever multiply. That makes our multiplication easier. So let's do the first one. First we have to make them improper. So 2 times 3 plus 2, what's that? 8/3 times 1 times 2 plus 1 is 3/2. Now, here's how it works. You look for common factors between the top and the bottom. Numbers that can be divided by the same number and simplify if it were a final answer. So do you see any common factors between the top and the bottom? Common factors between the top and the bottom. Sadie? Okay, 8 and 2 both have a common factor of what? 2. So if we divided 8 by 2, we would get 4. So let's go ahead and divide 8 by 2 and we'll get 4. And how about if we divide 2 by 2, we'll get 1. Okay, are there any more common factors? Yeah, 3 and 3, right? They both have a factor of 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. That's called cancellation. So all we did was we went ahead and we divided out the common factors. What that means is that what's left is what we're going to multiply. So we have 4 times 1 is
4.
Over 1 times 1 is 1. 4 over 1 is 1. 4. Sorry. Sorry about that. Is 4. Okay? So do you see we saved all that work? Otherwise we would have had to do 24 here, 6 here, and then we would have had to keep dividing from there. Okay? Now let's look at this one, because this is the kind that can really show you how helpful it is. So let's do this one. Let's make them improper. 5 times 11 plus 5.
60.
Very good. 60 over 11 times 2 times 30 plus 17.
77.
Y'all are good. Y'all are ahead of me. Over 30. Now, common factors between the top and the bottom. Common factors. Maddie.
60 and 30 be 20.
60 and 30 can both be divided by 30, right? 60 and 30 can both be divided by 30. So 60 divided by 30 is
20.
2. 30 divided by 30 is 1. Good. You see more?
Yes.
Tell me.
11 and 77.
Hold on. She's talking. Can be divided by 11, right? So 77 and 11 can both be divided by 11. So 11 divided by 11 is 1. 77 divided by 11 is 7. So 2 times 7 is 14. 1 times 1 is
1.
So our answer is
14.
okay.